here's a selection of Topre switch keyboards with some different characteristics so you can hear what they sound like compared to each other. First of all, a 55-gram universally weighted Topre Realforce 87U with a few oddball keys. I put some HHKB caps on it because I don't like those domed Windows keys, and it's got one of these fancy PBT spacebars of Matthew's. Anyway, this is what it actually sounds like if I mash it because I'm holding the phone with one hand. The arrow keys. It's got quite a lot of that Topre thok as you'd expect. And specifically, if I hold down a bunch of keys simultaneously and then release them all at once, listen to the sound they make on topping out. Okay, now, an HHKB with Type S internal dampers installed. What's this one sound like? It's quite a different kind of sound as well as being quite a bit quieter. Part of that's because this keyboard has a plastic plate, so you don't get the same kind of vibration you do with the traditional Realforce. There's a good bit of reverb in there, I see. The loudest keys, incidentally, on the HHKB are that shift key and then the spacebar, compared to deeper sound on a normal Realforce. Now over here, I've got a couple of NovaTouches. The difference between these two, apart from radically different colour schemes of round 5, is that this guy on the top with the Colmac on it, I installed a full set of Hypersphere's custom damping rings. So first of all, let's see what it's like without damping. There's so much, well, it's a snap or a rattle sound that you get, depending on how you're typing from stock NovaTouch. The round 5 caps don't make it any worse than the normal ones. In fact, they kind of make it lower pitched. Different to undamped standard Topre. The feel is there, but the sound isn't quite, because it's shadowed by all this rattling. So, this one up here with the rings, what kind of difference does it make? Really quite a lot of difference, actually. Here's a whole bunch of them at once. That is quiet on coming up. Ah, the F8 key, incidentally, is one that I left without a damper. So alone, compared to a whole bunch of other keys firing at the same time, you really hear the F8 if I just press the other 3. It's quite a lot of difference that those rings make, and it's really all for the good, because this board feels, as well as sounds, more like a Realforce. Or indeed, a quietened Type S Realforce, or HHKB as I have here. So quiet. And really quite similarly quiet. So I've got to say these are a huge upgrade. Spacebar as well. I've actually put a couple of extra bits of foam around the stabilizers on the inside of the keyboard, as well as a ring in the center of the spacebar, and it really works quite a trick. You can still, if you mash it, make quite a lot of noise, but it's not on the upstroke, it's on the downstroke. See that? Compared to smack. Although, when we're talking about noisy keyboards, here's a model MSSK. This guy has got some noise. So it's all a matter of perspective, really. These guys are clicky, which none of the Topres are. But the Model M does, of course, still have, once you press down, you get your click, and then it still makes that topping out sound. Somewhat similar to the standard NovaTouch, but with damping rings. Kind of makes me want to install some in my IBMs now.